Here's a little dump of the sea of EDC gear. Got a new bag that I just stuffed up to test out, my Expedition Falcon 2 for the new EDC / diaper bag. Super impressed with how much it is fitting, plus room to spare. Upcoming review on that. So I got some of the stuff I'm still using, plus a few new things that you'll see reviews on. So, still got the Olight SR1 baton. Still super impressed with this small but mighty light. It's over 1,000 lumens on that thing on max mode. Magnetic base for charging. It's just wearing beautifully with the small scratches on the paint. I love the two-way pocket clip. So you could clip it in your pants. You could clip this onto your ball cap. So you could have an improvised headlight. And had zero problems with this thing after dropping it and whatnot. And it's just holding up beautifully. Smart technology, and it with the glowing button here. Green, so it tells me the battery's still full. And if it was getting low, it would go to orange and then red. So, still a mainstay in the EDC, weighs about 3 ounces. So, it just rides in the pocket of my Leatherman sheath. Still got the old one on the belt, but gonna upgrade that at some point. So that's for the light I'm still using. Upcoming in-depth review. Got this for the Secret Santa exchange on a gear forum. My Warrior X, just a massively tactically huge, fun flashlight. Just jimping and knurling all over this thing for the textured surface. I really like how it has that crown on the top, so I could, use it basically as a glow lamp in a room if I wanted to. Plus, that just helps protect the glass. As you can see there, it's pretty cool. It has a glow-in-the-dark blue ring near the top of that glass. And with that 500-meter throw and 2,100 lumens on max mode, really great for walking in the trails in the morning or nighttime, as it's mostly dark most of the day now up in the Yukon. The only thing I wish is that it had a bit smarter of a button, because you have to hold it down for low, and then you have to click it for max, but you have to hold it for a few seconds. There you go. So you just press it once really fast to put it on the max mode and keep it on. Then you tap it again to take it off. I just wish it had it so that you tap it once for low, tap it twice for high. It doesn't need a strobe mode, but I always like that option on my flashlights, whereas the SR1 baton, come on, focus, does have a strobe mode. So there's basically you and the guy she tells you not to worry about. And multi-tool, still got my Leatherman Charge. Absolutely love this thing. I just wish I would have got the Charge that has the gut hook on this rated blade, but that's not a huge deal. Still breaking it in, but still find uses for this thing every day. Rides in the belt sheath with the bit kit and the light. So I have all bases covered when I leave the house, and that's the only thing I have on me. I've just popped out that hidden lanyard hole, and might get the accessory pocket clip at some point for it to slap on. Just gives me more carry options. So that's kind of the main heavy EDC item. I've been really enjoying this Benchmade 943. It's just absolutely insane how this knife weighs less than this little flashlight, but that's what you get when you have an aluminum housing. The main difference between the 943 and the Benchmade 940 series is you have this full back. I'll disassemble it later to see if it actually does come apart, but I'm pretty sure this is just a metal housing that the metal scales on the inside slide into. Plus you got this long toothpick style Bowie clip point blade, which I actually really like. A lot of guys kind of prefer the more rounded reverse tanto style point, but I like the acuteness of that tip, and just being able to, you know, dig out like little slivers and splinters and whatnot. Still a little dirty from cutting up the kids' breakfast this morning, you know, cutting up bananas and fruits and stuff, but black coating protects the blade. I think it just looks really nice all around. I'll definitely want to grab a little bit of skateboard tape, you know, rub some alcohol on these aluminum scales to clean it, and then makes the surface ready for the tape to stick on. Deep carry clip absolutely disappears in the pants. You got the super smooth, great action of the axis lock. You know, I've never had a bad one. I've had ones where the axis lock is a little quote-unquote sticky, but this is probably the nicest, smoothest action I've had on a Benchmade so far. So I'm really enjoying that pocket knife. I usually always have a lighter. This one's got a few modifications, as you can see. A rubber band taped around the bottom with a rubber O-ring. Credit to whoever came up with this. This wasn't my idea, I saw it. It's good because it helps prevent the gas from accidentally leaking from that button. You know, when you throw it in your pocket, throw it in a pack, that can accidentally be pressed. And I've got the top guard removed off that, so in the wintertime when we're using gloves, you can just more easily use it. These weigh absolutely nothing. You can buy these, you know, they're just cheap as borscht, so I always buy like once a year the 5-packs and just stuff them everywhere. Have one in your pocket, keep one in your coat, keep one in the car and whatnot, just because, you know, they're so indispensable. And even when the fuel's out, you still have that spark that you can use to start a fire if you need to. I got a cute little new wallet, part of the Secret Santa exchange that I was in. You know, not exactly sure the brand or anything, just kind of a general cheap wallet there, but I like all the pockets, organization. Got just 2 different slips here. One Velcro slip so you can hide bigger bills and have your smaller bills at the front. And then it's got just a small clasp there to keep together. Definitely smaller than my Maxpedition CMC wallet, so might replace it. We'll see how it goes in the month. Plus it's good to have a spare wallet, you know, just have, you know, a couple of those fake visas in it, and just have something like, you know, anywhere from 10 to 40 bucks in it as your lunch money or gas money. So then, you know, worst case scenario someone says, give you your wallet, you can just, oh sure, yeah, hey, here's 20 bucks, there you go, that's all I got. And they'll just take it and run, so you have to avoid, so you can easily avoid confrontation. Let's see what's next. On my keys, forgot to throw this guy on, but still loving, after about 3 years, this small Phoenix flashlight. Just 30 lumens, 1 twist, 100 lumens for the second twist. USB rechargeable. It's discontinued now, which you know, I wish it kept pumping them out. Maybe a few different models would be nice, but really great keychain light overall. Just perfect for, you know, if you drop something in the car, drop something on the ground lightly, and just need to look for it. This is the right amount of light to just look for it, because I was filling a tire up with air, and I've used this big bastard to try and find the cap that goes on the air valve for the car, and it was too bright. It just, the snow and the ice around the tire just absolutely lit up, and I couldn't see anything because it was so bright. But this little thing just shed the right amount of light, found the cap, put it back on the valve, and I was good. So just got this Leatherman carabiner, bottle opener, small hex wrench. It's just awesome. Toyota keys. I absolutely love this portable DMT sharpener. I believe this is the fine grit. It's got a 600 grit stone, but this model, I want to get 2 or 3 more of these just to give away as gifts and have a spare. As you can see, it has a diamond rod that pulls out and has a small ferro rod that pulls out as well. So I've got sharpening for my knives, serrations, and a fire starting device all within my keychain set. Also this Victorinox rides on the keychain. It's got screwdriver and all nail file, bottle opener, can opener, flathead screwdriver. But the thing I like most about this model is you don't see it a lot in Canada or North America, is this one is partially serrated. So, you know, it's really kind of cheap steel that Victorinox uses. But just for, you know, opening, cutting your lunch, opening a few packages and a few pieces of mail, this is more than enough to do the job. Plus, that's why they make these portable sharpeners. Let's see if I can get the name of that, if that'll focus. So this is a Victorinox Wenger. Let's see. Can't exactly read that. I have to bring it close to my eyes. Wenger Delamont, Switzerland. Wow. So that's pretty unique. The guy just threw it in when he gave me the Maxpedition Falcon bag. So having a half serrated Victorinox, this thing is going to be epic, to say the least, to add to my EH.D.C. I'll slap that light on. So that's basically my entire flashlight collection at the same time. Extra large rides in the bag. This rides in the pocket. This rides on the keychain. That's a really good example of repetition. On and off, still using PM2. Has probably the best action out of any knife that I've used. Recently reprofiled on a 17-degree edge on both sides with the new Work Sharp Precision Adjust Sharpener. And Spyderco S30V really liked the stones and the ceramic piece. It has it's back to a like razor sharp hair shaving edge. I stropped it on wood and that does the trick. So left side carry, main knife. Good to train yourself to be ambidextrous and open and close knives and use them with both hands. So you've seen a review on that before, just a different version that I'm carrying here. 2 new fixed blades that I've been really loving for EH.D.C. It's good to have a neck knife again. This is the Topz Tebow. I'm waiting for LMF scales to arrive in the mail. This is probably the 4th Topz knife I've had where I was kind of not disappointed, but just kind of weirded out from the massive handle to small blade proportion. It's not a bad thing because I know it's a neck knife and it's basically a really accurate scalpel for, you know, opening packages, slicing food and whatnot. It's got a huge slicing belly of 1095 steel, black powder coat. It's got monster jimping on the finger guard and on the spine here, so it really locks in the hand. Wrapping paracord around it is doing the trick. It's super comfortable, but can't wait to throw on some micarta LMF scales on this thing. Kydex sheath is definitely doing the job. I'll see if I'll keep this as a neck knife or not. If not, I'll see if I could, you know, mount this onto a larger sheath as a piggyback system, so I have the small knife on that larger knife ready to go anytime. You know, it's got a drainage hole on the Kydex sheath. It's got a nice thumb ramp, so it just shoots off. It's ready to go. This thing weighs absolutely nothing. And I've also been doing kind of the obake style carry, you know, where you use this portion of the lanyard to wrap around your belt and have it stuffed in your waistband, and that works really well. I just find the handle is a little thick and long, but if you have it, you know, on your 3 or 9 o'clock position, you know, basically on the side on your hips, that works really well. But I've saved the best for last. This is my birthday present from all the important women in my family. This is the Topz Fieldcraft 3.5, my new EDC fixed blade. Just funking around with the lanyard there, but it's absolutely perfect in the hand. They've got the proportions right. They got the palm swells, the grooves in the absolute right positions. They took one of the best one of the best fixed blades for bushcraft and just outdoor use in general. And I believe it is Top's best-selling knife is the Topz Bob, and they just made it awesome for EDC. So you just got a 3.5-inch blade. They've actually, as you can see there, sharpened the top part of the spine so you could strike it on their new ferro rod that they included on the Kydex version. They have a leather sheath version as well. And I slapped on some bungee cord on the ferro rod, just so it makes it a lot more comfortable to hold and use when you're striking it. They've upgraded it, so it's 5/16 of an inch thick instead of just the small piece of ferro rod with 2 parts magnesium. If you scrape this slow enough, you will make shavings, and then you give it a few hard strikes, and it will make the sparks to ignite those shavings. I'm working on a patina. I forced it a couple times with mustard to make those splotches. And if I say, if you cut potatoes and really starchy vegetables like that, you'll get these kind of nice purples inside the blade. So I've been batoning this thing, starting fires, opening mail, slicing food. It's just awesome. I just need to do a little bit of reprofiling. Can't decide if I'm just gonna, keep bringing this main bevel down to make it a true Scandi, but I think I'll just touch it up and I'll see what angle it takes on the precision adjust sharpener. I think I could easily do a 17-degree angle. If not, I'll just go safe side and do a 20 on each side. For the sheath, I've been riding it on mainly the right side, pretty much vertical, just a little bit of a tilt there. But I'm also really happy with it on a 45-degree angle, riding it on the left side of my hip in a cross draw fashion, because there's an advantage. I can just use my left hand and grab it, reverse grip, and then just flip it over and use it normally. But the cross draw is really good for when I'm sitting down at the table. I can just reach my hand over and pull it out of the sheath and use it. So basically they've narrowed the blade from the width, they've shortened it, obviously the blade, and they've taken off the notch portion at the back, and they've made it a tad thinner as well. So this thing is only 5 ounces. I don't know what the weight is with the sheath, but that is such a nice overall package. So you got your fire starter, you got a serious heavy-duty knife that can do a lot of work for only 5 ounces. Here's just a little size comparison to the 943. So as you can see, if you can carry a 3.5-inch folder, you could figure out a way to carry this thing. There's just another comparison of it beside the Leatherman and my Olight. So all bases covered with that combination. But yeah, so upcoming reviews there, reviews that are already out. Can't wait to see what January is going to bring you guys for the EDC game. And say if I could only choose, say, one light, one fire option and limit the gear choices and whatnot, obviously the multi-tool, obviously this thing, because it is my new favorite fixed blade for sure. Yeah, I would sell the Tebow. Yeah, I'd sell it. I wouldn't necessarily miss it too much. I would just, find a replacement neck knife. I'm just still overwhelmed with the overall quality, fit and finish, and just performance of the blade. Definitely the perfect present that'll be with me the rest of my life. Flashlights, I would say The Olight is still my favorite. It's a happy medium between super smalls and super big. I like how you get 3 modes, you know, your low, medium, and super high. Plus, if you double tap it really fast, you get a strobe mode. And between the 2 folders that I'm using a lot these days, I still kind of go towards the paramilitary too. I think it's just a stronger lock. I like the full flat grind versus, say, the saber grind. Just slices a lot better. You got that constant curve on that leaf-shaped blade. I got the zip tie mod that people hate, so I could wave it out of the pocket. And I do like how it is a little bit thicker, so I just have that more meaty grasp on the blade, especially with gloves in the wintertime. Nothing wrong with this. Gloves still grab it perfectly fine. I just find also that the G10 just feels a bit nicer, not as cold in the wintertime compared to the aluminum scales. Alright, so there you go, guys. Give you the update next month.